The modern game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a strategic trading card game that combines elements of strategy, deck building, and intense dueling, which has evolved significantly since its inception, incorporating new mechanics, card types, and rule changes. The modern game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not only about strategy, but it's also about creativity, deck innovation, and adapting to an ever-changing metagame. At times, these innovations come in the form of cards with effects overlooked at first, until they resurface with no intentions but to get an easy win over your opponent. But what if Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a restart? Could this game be revised with the benefit of hindsight? If so, what would the game look like? These are the questions I wish to answer. Join Cody and myself as we create custom packs based on the originals, but change certain rarities of cards as well as eliminating others to make sure their toxic behavior never see a game mat. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Revision Series. How's it going, YouTube? We're back again with another episode of Revision. Like always, I'm joined here with Cody. Cody, how are you doing?
I'm on the dark side. I have my edgy hair today. I'm ready to kick some ass.
Oh, we'll see about that.
We will.
Before we get started, just want to say, if you like the video, like, comment down below. We want to see your feedback. Also, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date for more content. We do Revision once a week, and we do Too Fast, Too Duelist once a week, with the occasional Master Duel video as well. For today's episode, we are opening up 24 packs of Light of Destruction. So pretty much the polar opposite of our previous set, where it was very dark-centric. This is very light-centered. To start with our secret rares, we have Judgment Dragon himself. Very scary card. As long as you have 4 or more Lightsworn names in the graveyard, he special summons himself, and you can pay 1,000 light points to pretty much wipe the board except for himself, which is also not once per turn. For our other secret rare, we have Substitute. This was originally a rare in the pack. I saw that and I was like, no, not happening.
Nah.
For some notable ultra rare cards, we have the new Gladiator Beast fusion, able to be fused with Bestiari and another Gladiator Beast card. And on summon, it pops 2 cards, which is pretty good. We also have the introduction of Honest, a card that's for any light deck could play. It is a, battle manipulation card, able to discard it from the hand when a light monster is in a battle, and it just buffs the card. I think the last ultra rare that I want to talk about is Celestia, a tribute summon Lightsworn monster. If you tribute summon it using a Lightsworn card, it pops 2 cards, and I think it mills 4. For some of our super rares, we have Fossil Dyna. This is a card that gets played a little bit as like a side deck thing for Edison format. Sometimes this card actually sees play in the modern sense for any kind of stun deck. Pretty much as long as it's face up on the field, neither player can special summon cards. We also have Solar Recharge. This is another Lightsworn card. I believe what it does is discard a card, you get to draw 2 and then mill 2. The last super rare I want to talk about is Volcanic Queen. This is kind of like a, kaiju of the time. You can just give this card to your opponent, out one of their problematic monsters, and then they might have to suffer the consequences with it, where if they don't destroy one of their cards, they have to take 1,000 damage. For the rare section, this is where a bulk of the Lightsworn cards are hidden. We have Raikou, which is, Man-Eater Bug, but it also mills cards. It's actually better than Man-Eater Bug because it can pop any card on the field, not just monsters. We have Lila that destroys back row. Wolf, when it's sent from deck to graveyard, specials itself. It also has 2100 attack, which is pretty nice. We also have Lumina. This is a monster reborn by discarding a card for Lightsworn cards. We have a Too Fast, Too Duelist reference with Golden Ladybug. As long as it's in your hand, you can reveal it during the standby phase and gain 500 light points. Finally, we're down to the commons. There's a couple other Lightsworn cards in here as well. We have Jane that buffs itself during battle phase when it declares an attack. We have some new Gladiator Beast support cards in here. They have a new trap card, but a big bulk of this common section is mostly the new archetype in Arcana Force, a deck where pretty much everything revolves around flipping a coin.
My kind of thing.
Yeah, gambling. Sometimes with these gamble cards, it's like if you don't get exactly what you're looking for, the negative effect isn't typically that terrible, and then sometimes even the positive side isn't that great either. I noticed reading these cards that some of their ups are very up and their downs are very down. There's one that I think is a change of heart if you get what you want, and if not, then your opponent takes the monster from you. So it's you could have just lost your entire normal summon trying to get that card out. But there's other stuff in here as well. We got some like Batteryman support cards in here. Batterymen are slowly starting to get better cards and become more playable. We have a card that I see a lot in Master Duel in Cup of Ace, a potential Pot of Greed, but if you flip it wrong, then it's actually a Pot of Greed for your opponent. We also have a level 2 water support card in Wetlands. This is actually a kind of crazy field spell, because if you're playing a water level 2 strategy, like this field spell buffs the monsters by 1200, which is completely unheard of for field spells at this time. And we're also getting the introduction to Limit Reverse, a continuous trap that's pretty much like Call of the Haunted, but for monsters with 1000 or less attack. This card might see some more play when we get into synchros, being able to, you know, bring back one of your cards so you have your, you know, your tuner on the board ready to go for your next turn. Overall, what were your thoughts on this pack?
I mean, from my previous experience with this pack, which is essentially nada, a little less enthused with this pack than I was the last pack, but I am kind of happy. The chaotic boy inside of me is a little happy that we have multiple archetypes now that kind of revolve around gambling, one more than the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little happy that there's like some chaos being sown here.
Yeah, we had the previous pack that was all darks. We have this one that's all light, and there's certain variants that you could, you know, build around this to play both. You know, you could get some decent dark targets in the graveyard and like just mill them off the Lightsworn cards.
There's also some wickedly stupid powerful fusions. Although aside from the Gladiator Beast one, I don't know if we'll ever actually see playtime with them.
True. So we actually looked into this because we were questioning it. As soon as we saw Dragoon, I didn't think that this card was introduced so quickly. I thought that this would have been like a card that came out way later. But we never actually had a chance to even get a hold of Plasma from the main sets.
Yeah, I'm looking it up again. When Plasma was first printed.
I think Plasma was either like a video game card, like a promo card, or it was like in those weird side sets.
Plasma was first collected in the 2000, or first printed in the 2007 tins.
Oh, okay.
August 2007.
Yeah,
and it was Legendary Collection 2, Duel Academy, pretty much all side sets. Yeah.
So there's a good chance that we'll probably never, even if we pull this card, never even be able to make it. Probably same for like the Ancient Gear monster as well. It does require, I think, 3 monsters to make it, and one of them being specifically Ancient Gear Golem. And the fact that we don't have Poly just makes it that much harder. But the new Glabbeast, yeah, that's actually a good card. We could play Glabbeast, and you know, we instantly have access to this card because we don't need to use Poly. And again, it just pops 2 cards, which is just, you know, insane. You got me in the previous episode just playing reptiles just to play the trap card to pop 2 cards, and this monster just does it. Well, I gotta say that I'm probably way more excited for this pack than you are. Maybe it's just my disdain for the previous pack, the fact that I pulled so badly. But Lightsworn is one of my favorite archetypes. I like the idea of just being able to mill a bunch of stuff, and it's also a light strategy, so you could actually play Honest with it as well, and now your opponent always has to be careful on if you have Honest or not.
Yeah, I think that stems too from your like you said, your prior knowledge of the cards in this pack. I don't really have any.
Well, I feel like even just reading the cards, like the fact that if you get enough Lightsworn cards to actually build a deck around it, and you have Judgment Dragon being like the definition of a boss monster, you know, you can't just slap it down as easily as maybe some like tribute monsters or something. But you know, its restriction on how it gets summoned is still fairly reasonable, and it's worth the price because being able to just board wipe your opponent multiple times if need be and just like win the game from there is absolutely crucial. So yeah, I'm excited. You wanted to get into the game?
Oh, sure thing.
All right, let's do it.
Guys, what is up? We are back after our packs for revision series once again. This time around though, you know, when you do a heel turn, you spend a lot of time in the dark like we did last week. Sometimes you just want to turn around and look into the light a little bit, you know, playing Lightsworns. So I pulled pretty much all the Lightsworns minus 1, but there are also some utility lights I would have liked to have seen and some utility spells and traps I would have liked to have seen. But nonetheless, I did manage to pull Judgment Dragon, so I figured why the hell not. So we've got one Arcus Lightsworn Druid. So with him, he basically offers protection from cards that target the Lightsworns. And the main gimmick with the Lightsworns is most of them make you mill 2 cards or more, however many they say, during your end phase. So he does 2. Aaron, Lightsworn Monk. If this card attacks a defense position monster before damage calc, shuffle that monster into the deck, and then mill 3 during end phase. Garroth, Lightsworn Warrior. So he doesn't necessarily mill offhand, but every time a card is sent to the graveyard from deck by a different Lightsworn's effect, he then will send 2 on top of that, and every Lightsworn monster sent to the graveyard by that effect, I get to draw 1. Graganith, I have 3 copies of him. He's just a 1 tribute 2000 attack that is able to increase his attack and defense by 300 for each Lightsworn with a different name in the graveyard. And if he attacks a defense position monster, he does piercing battle damage, and then he sends 3 cards to the graveyard. Jane, Lightsworn Paladin, I have 3 copies of that. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 300 attack during damage step only. During end phase, it sends 2. Lumina, Lightsworn Summoner. So this one, once per turn, I can discard a card, target 1 level 4 or lower Lightsworn in the graveyard, and special summon it. And then this one sends 3. Lila, Lightsworn Sorceress. I can target a spell or trap the opponent controls. This card's battle position cannot be changed until the end of my next turn, but I can also change this card from face-up attack to face-up defense. And then if I do that, destroy the targeted spell or trap card. And then during the end phase, it mills 3. Pretty good card to open up on, honestly. 3 copies of Ryko. So it's a really small monster, but it has a nice flip effect that applies simultaneously, where I get to pop a card on the field and then send 3 cards from deck to graveyard. Wolf, this card, I do not want to draw into him. He is that's one that does not mill cards, but if he gets milled by a Lightsworn effect, or really from any effect that takes from deck to graveyard, he is special summoned right away. And finally, the boss monster, Judgment Dragon. So it cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from my hand by having 4 or more Lightsworn monsters with different names in the graveyard. And as I believe we mentioned at the top of the episode, running through the cards, I can pay 1,000 life points and destroy all other cards on the field. That is not once per turn, and then during the end phase, I send 4 cards from deck to graveyard. So now for the back row support, I have 2 copies of Enemy Controller, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 copies of the Lightsworn Field spell, Realm of Light. Every time cards are sent from the deck to the graveyard by an effect, or I guess in this case to be a Lightsworn effect, but it could be for anything. Place 1 shine counter on the card. All Lightsworn monsters gain 100 attack for each shine counter, and if it would be destroyed by a card effect, I can remove 2 shine counters from this card instead and keep it. Coffin Seller, so this is to pair up with Realm of Light in a sense. If he is happening to play Lightsworn, because I know he's mentioned quite a few times how much he does like the archetype, he will also have to mill monsters, and if I can get this card to maximum utilization, he'll get burned every time he does so. Force back to send some monsters back to hand. Glorious Illusion, so I can target a Lightsworn monster in my graveyard, special summon it in attack position, and then during each of my end phases, send 2 cards from deck to graveyard. If this card or that monster leave the field, then they both get destroyed. Light Spiral is a continuous trap card, which is nice here. Every time a card is sent from deck to graveyard by the effect of a Lightsworn monster, I get to remove from play the top card of my opponent's deck. Mirror Force for monster removal if it gets greedy. Raigeki Break for some good card removal. And finally, to round out the main deck, we have Vanquishing Light. It's a counter trap. If a monster would be summoned, I contribute a Lightsworn monster to negate the summon and destroy the monster. Now, moving into the side deck, we have 3 copies of Deck Lockdown. So this is just an insurance policy because I don't really know what he's going to be running, but neither player can add cards from deck to hand except by drawing them, and monsters cannot be special summoned from the main deck, and I get to destroy this card during my second standby phase after activation. If for some reason I'm having trouble seeing my field spell, I have 3 copies of Demise in the Land. This is just a quick play that lets me activate 1 field spell directly from the deck. 2 other copies of Coffin Seller. If the one gets good utilization, I might be able to side in the other 2. Destruction Jammer, 3 copies of this one. So this is another counter trap. Discard a card and I get the activation of a spell card, trap card, or effect. A monster's effect that destroys a monster on the field and destroy that card instead. Now, a pretty toxic card in a way. It can be toxic to me or Dakota. It could go either way here, but I like to gamble sometimes. You guys know that. Tour of Doom. It's a continuous trap card. During each of Dakota's standby phases, I get to toss a coin. If it's heads, he cannot normal or flip summon until the end phase of that turn. If it's tails, I can't normal or flip summon during my next turn. So it could go either way. Finally, to round out the side deck, I have Zoma the Spirit. So this is what I crafted last time I won and got to craft a super. I chose Zoma just because it felt nice to have a utility trap card that is a monster and can also do some burn damage. But yeah, so that's my deck. It's just Lightsworns, as best as I can build it with what I currently have. I think it's a pretty decent deck. I hope we'll get to do some cool stuff with it. Let's get out there and we'll see how we do.
All right, guys, for this episode, we're not playing lights or darks. We're playing Gladiator Beast. I wanted to stay away from lights and darks because, you know, darks from the last episode and lights with this newest pack. I have certain cards in here for the reason why I don't want to play lights and darks. To start things off, we're playing 3 copies of Darius. This is a new card that we got from the last episode, but on special, it can target a Gladiator Beast and put it back onto the field from the graveyard in defense, but it is negated. 3 Bestiari to destroy spells and traps. 3 OB-LIX, on special, it gets 24 defense instead of 21. 3 Demikari, this card on special can attack twice. 1 Secutor, this is a way to cheat out 2 monsters at the same time. 1 Test Tiger to search whatever Gladiator Beast and special it whenever it is that I need it. 2 Tribe Infecting Virus to do a board wipe. 3 Cyber Dragon. I didn't build this deck for going second like I did the last time. I do want to go first, but this is just an insurance card. 3 Proving Ground. So this is a Rhoda for Gladiator Beast. 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Monster Reborn. 3 Rush Recklessly to attack into bigger guys and out them. So one of the reasons why I'm not playing darks is because of Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. This is a continuous trap that negates all dark monster effects activated on the field or on the graveyard. So if he thinks that he can play his dark deck from last week again, well, he's gonna have a hard time. 2 Defensive Tactics just to protect my Gladiator Beasts. 2 Force Back, 1 Compulse, 1 Ring, 1 Solemn. And I'm doing the hand rip thing again where drastic drop off, and time seal. Again, I do want to go first, so if I have 1 or 2 of these cards, you know, this could really set him back in card advantage. For the side deck, we're playing 1 Heavy Storm just in case if he is playing something that's really reliant on his spells and traps. Also in the side deck, Light Imprisoning Mirror. It's the same thing as the other card except for light monsters, just in case if, you know, he did pull really well for this episode and he does decide to play Light Sworn. We're playing 3 copies of Arcana Force Zero the Fool. So its actual effects for the heads and tails do not matter. I plan on just setting this card because this card cannot be destroyed by battle. So this is a way to, you know, change the tempo of the game. He'll have to have an answer for this card that's not by attacking it to, you know, get to me. Also for the side deck, this is just in case I need to switch up my entire strategy a little bit, so I am playing a burn thing. So 1 Ojama Trio to clog his board, 2 Wave Motion Cannon, each standby phase, this is just going to get worse for him. 3 Sacred Barrel, 1 Ominous Fortune Telling. During each of my standby phases, I select 1 card from his hand and call a type, monster, spell, or trap. If I call it right, he gets burned for 700. And 1 Judgment of Anubis just to protect my back row. Of course, we have the Thousand Eyes in the extra deck for the instant fusion. So yep, that's the deck. Again, I wanted to stay away from lights and darks. I think that this is the perfect time to apply a strategy like this. And I think that the 2 continuous traps are really going to catch him off guard. But let's just get into the games and see how this goes. All right, bud, here we are. Game 1, Light of Destruction.
Game 1, the beginning of the end of the GX era.
The end of the beginning.
The end so far.
Oh, there, another reference.
Yes.
Well, how are you feeling about your pulls?
Decent. I had enough to make a strategy, so I'm content with that for now. We'll see how it performs, but
I need to get a win today.
I'm bringing you Bell back.
I need to get a win over that, you know, absolutely crushing defeat from last time.
Wasn't even crushing. It was just really, really drawn out.
It was, but at the same time, I never felt like I really stood that much of a chance. Like I tried the best I could. I mean, you even gave me shit for Wing Blast.
Yeah, drawing. Yeah. Because the whole time, the whole game too, you're like, I just want this to be over. I'm so done with this game, and then you're drawing it out.
I tried, but yeah, that deck. There was the one time I played Chaos again on you, and we talked afterwards in the game, and I just said that. Yeah, I won the game, but I never felt like I was in control. And if I can't get that, you know, feeling when I'm playing a deck, it's probably just subpar.
Yeah.
At least with Chaos, it felt like I was actually doing stuff. That Venom deck, I just felt like I was, you know, keeping my head above water, just barely surviving.
Snake, just waiting for prey.
Yeah. All right, well, I have rolled.
I have picked. Ooh, we touched tips.
There we go. Do it again. Here we go. Oh. Come on, one more time. Damn. Oh. All right. The big dog.
All right. I'm gonna go first. We're gonna try it out.
All right.
Okay, stand by the main. Cool.
That is fine.
I'll start with a set. I'll also do a set, and then I've got a pass.
Very traditional T set. All right, let's go ahead and let's normal summon Dimakari.
Dimakari.
He is a monster Kado.
Ah, you beat me to it. I was gonna say, you know what that is.
If that's fine, I would like to go to battle.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's go in there.
That will be, so you're gonna get my strategy now. Lumina Lightsworn Summoner.
Oh, okay.
To the grave with ye.
I would like to attempt to lead battle phase, and I will declare the effect.
That is fine.
Let's go ahead and we will grab ourselves a Bestiari, and I will use its effect to pop your back row.
All right.
Sweet. Main phase 2. I have a nice humble set. Back to you.
Stand by 2 main.
Sure.
I've got a set, and I'm gonna just activate Realm of Light. Then I will pass turn.
I will draw for turn. We'll go standby to main. I have to think about this for a little bit. Oh, he's thinking.
Oh, he's thinking.
I'll just keep it simple for now. We'll normal summon a Dimakari.
Okay.
I will go battle.
Okay.
Let's go in there.
That will be Reiko.
Are you using the effect?
I am.
Okay.
So simultaneously, let's see, destroy 1 card on the field.
This card has been errata so many times.
Reiko?
Yeah.
So are we still playing with the original one?
Technically yes, but like
What's the difference then?
the difference isn't going to affect the current game state. Like it's been errata so many times because like it's either been like too broken and then they had to like paraphrase like the sequence of it. Like it used to not be simultaneously, like it used to be 2 separate effects, and it's like a whole mess. But
I'm going to destroy Bestiari.
okay. All right, those are all bad ones.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I would
So
like
now-
to and then you get a counter. Yes,
I get 3 counters.
it's not for each, is it? It's just
Yeah.
each time.
Each time a card or cards is sent from your deck to the graveyard.
Well, that's what I mean.
Or
Like,
would that be
it's-
just one instance, or?
yeah.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
I would like to leave battle phase and declare the effect.
I would like you to kiss my ass.
We'll go top deck Darius, and I will use Darius effect to add the Bestiari back to my hand, right?
Darius
Or-
Rucker.
No, I special it.
But its effects are negated by this card, and is shuffled into the deck when this card leaves the field.
That is fine by me. We'll get the
Okay.
we'll get the body out. Okay, and from there, I'm just going to pass turn. Get out of that graveyard.
It's my graveyard, and I'll get out of it when I want to.
So you might have like Monster Reborn. You might have another Lumina. You could like reborn the Druid, and now they're protected from targeting.
I'll tell you this: get out of my brain. That was my plan of a druid.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay. Then I'm going to normal summon Jane, Lightsworn Paladin.
On the summon, force back.
Abba-dabba-doo.
Back to you. Get that shit in your hand.
That's okay, because this one's for you. I don't want battle phase. Never mind. I'm going to simply humbly set a card and pass turn.
End phase, you send the top 2 of your deck.
Yeah, so 1 and the 2.
And then another counter.
Yes, so 2 is this one. Okay.
I will draw. Stand by to main. Trying to think like what the best move even is.
Surrender while you still have your soul.
Let's try normal summoning Bestiari.
Okay.
Let's special Test Tiger. I will declare Test Tiger effect.
Okay.
So I will tribute it, and then I'll put this one back into the deck. Well, then I guess I can just do this. My special Bestiari. I guess I will target the back row.
I'm going to activate in response. I'll just put Darius in defense mode, I guess. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, what else could I do, really?
I think what I need to do though is go battle.
Taking the hit.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll attack this. I'll take 3, and I'll leave the battle phase, and I'll use the Bestiari Hoplimus.
So it's at 2400 defense now.
Correct. I'll just pass the turn.
I'm going to start with a set followed by a normal of Jane. Okay, everybody, here we go. Pray to God. Battle phase.
Sure.
I'm going to attack into Darius for actually be for
5.
6 actually.
6.
To be
Yes.
6. Yeah. Then I suppose I will go to the end phase and I will mill 2 for Jane and 2, there we go, for the Druid. Now is that 2 separate counters then? Because it's 2 different effects.
Yeah, 2 separate counters because they happen individually. It's not a chain link.
Okay, so you are now at 22 and you are at 16.
I will draw.
Your move.
Stand by to main. We'll go ahead and we'll normal summon Bestiari.
I'm going to force that back.
Okay.
Oh, you know what this deck's worst nightmare is? Macrocosmos.
Yeah.
Just shuts everything off.
We'll go battle, and I will attack this guy again, and I'll take 3.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll use the effect. And from here, let's just go for... we'll go for Darius, and I'll use Darius effect to revive the other Darius.
Okay. Darius, meet Darius.
Yeah. And then I'll just set a card. And back
How do you
to
do, fellow Darius? I'm going to normal summon Garroth. So he will be at 2250. Battle?
Sure.
I'm going to swing with Jane on your attack, Darius.
So 25, then so it's 8.
Yes, sir.
And then this gets put back to the deck.
Then I am forced to end turn. So I will take 2 for Jane, 2 for Druid. That hurts. And then, so this one doesn't actually mill.
What the gore?
So each time
Garroth?
a card is sent by the effect you control. Okay, send the top 2 of your deck to the graveyard, then draw 1 card for each Lightsworn monster by this effect, sent by this effect. So mill 2. And then I do not get to draw then.
Each time a card is sent from your deck to the
Wait,
graveyard
do
by the
I have
effect
to
of
do 2 more
monster
then, don't
you
I?
control, except wait. Each time a card is sent from your deck to the graveyard by the effect of a Lightsworn monster you control, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then draw a card.
I have to send 2 more then, because those first 2 were just for Jane.
Your first.
And I got to send another 2 for Druid.
Well, hold up. So your first one was Monk and Judgment Dragon, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Monk
so
and Judgment was for Jane.
so
my
that-
initial Jane.
So then that means
effect.
Garroth would then send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard and then draw a card for each one. So then you sent Lumina.
And Jane.
So
So I
then
draw 2 there.
you draw 2.
So technically I should have drawn the Coffin Cellar and the Light Spiral.
True. Do you just want to put them like top deck and like shuffle it?
It's up to you, dude.
I don't really care.
Okay.
We're just having fun here.
Okay. So shuffle and then just draw 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And then the
mill 2.
and then the other guy sends 2.
Yes. And then draw 1.
And then this guy would go again.
Well, actually, so now I have to special summon the wolf then.
Yeah, the wolf is mandatory. So like it would be Chainlink 1 wolf and then Chainlink 2 Gareth to send another 2 cards. So you would send 2 first.
Okay, so mill.
That is 1 additional draw.
And then I still have to draw from last time too, because I milled a monster there last time with wolf. I drew 2 off the first mill with Jane. Then I milled wolf, and so I have to draw for him, and then he gets special summoned, and then the last 2.
Okay.
And then so I basically have to draw 2 more cards now. One for Wolf and then one for the second mill.
Okay.
So 1, 2. Okay, we're squared?
Wolf.
Right. Okay. We're not squared. Okay, now holy shit. So how many counters is that? 2, like 3 counters, I think.
I don't even know. It
one
was
for Jane, one for Arcus, and then
1, 2, 2,
no,
4.
it'd be 4.
4.
4, yeah. Holy shit. 1, 2. Okay, so I have 8 counters. So let me get these all squared first. So
Square?
I think we're square.
The fuck, dude.
Hey man, look at it this way. My next turn, if I don't do anything, I'm probably gonna lose the deck out.
All right.
So
We're
I
gonna.
have probably 1 turn left.
We are going to set a card and set a card
Yep.
and pass it back.
Okay. I'll set a card. I'll set a card. I want to sack off Garroth
Okay.
for Dragonith.
With a different name in your graveyard, it does piercing, and then send the top 3 of your deck to the graveyard. All right. So,
So
first
I
it
have
gets 8,
The 800 for the buff.
and then it's getting 1, 2, 3, 4,
1,
5,
2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6.
6.
600 attack, so it's at 3400.
Yep.
Battle phase?
Sure.
I'm gonna hit your set here.
On attack deck, I will activate Defensive Tactics.
The rest of this turn monsters you control can have a destroy battle any battle damage reduced to 0. What a card to have in this situation.
After this resolves, put it onto the bottom of my deck.
Okay.
All right, so the attack will go through. It will be flipped. It is Bestiari,
Okay.
and it will not die. Deck out. Deck out. Deck.
I don't think it's gonna quite happen here. No, I'm gonna have 2 cards left. So I'll end turn. I will mill 2 for Jane,
Okay.
2 for Druid, and 3 for Gragoneth. The fuck name that thing. All right, over to you, pal. I gotta get the
3 more counters.
extra 3 more counters. Okay, math time. Everybody gets up 3, so you're at 31. No, 32.
Oh,
I can
wait.
math.
I totally forgot something too. At the end of battle, Bestiari.
Oh, correct.
I will tag out. Oh, didn't do.
Okay.
Nope. Let's just get another one. Why not?
I mean, yeah, why not? Fortify yourself.
I mean, I kind of just don't want to draw it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Draw for turn. Stand by 2 main.
Yep.
Let's just set a card and pass it back.
Okay. Stand by 2 main.
Sure.
Activate Spaghetti Break. Mirror Force.
Target.
I'm going to hit your new set.
That's fine.
All right. Next, I'm going to normal summon Garroth.
Judgment.
Okay.
Oops. I did the same thing.
You did the same thing I did last time. Nice. Battle phase.
Sure.
I'll hit 1.
Okay.
You take piercing then.
Oh, it does do piercing.
Yeah.
So what is it? 37, 14?
13.
13?
13. 24 and 37 would be 13.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Attack. And then if that goes through, I'll attack for game.
Yep.
Cool.
That was close.
That came down to the wire. All right, buddy boy. Game 2.
Game 2. I will opt to go first.
Okay. I like it.
Let's see what happens.
Channel Mano Sam here. Oh, did I bricked?
Let's just
No, I bricked. It's okay. you got this. I bricked.
I'll set 1. I'll set 2. I'll set 3. Back to you.
Okay. Fair enough, buddy boy. Stand by 2 main, okay?
Yep.
I have 2 sets of my own.
Is there a third?
You know what? Just because you said so, there is.
I meant a monster.
You didn't specify.
True.
And I'm also going to throw a set.
Okay.
I'll pass to you.
End phase, I will compulse the monster.
Okay.
I will draw. Stand by to main.
That is fine.
Okay. We'll go ahead and we will flip the Hoplimus.
Wow.
Battle 7.
I'm gonna enemy controller that.
Okay.
What first effect?
We'll go to main phase and I will set another. I will set another. I will go to end phase and activate Time Seal.
Cheeky bitch.
Yeah. Hey, what the fuck?
I didn't turn it off. I'm sorry. I'll top deck that.
Too quick to draw, man. Too quick to draw.
Too quick. Normal summon. Lila, Lightsworn Sorceress. I will use the effect to target your back row. This card's battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn. Also change this card you control from attack position to face-up defense position. If you do, destroy that target.
I'll just ring it.
Okay, so we both take 17.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got nothing else.
All right, I will draw. Stand by to main. We'll try it again. 7.
Yep.
Cool.
I will take it.
I would like to tag out. It will be
With their hand
Bestiari.
on the rope.
I'll target this one.
I'll chain it in response.
Cost and target.
Target is your set. Cost is my druid.
Okay. That will die.
The fuck is that? Oh, okay.
He's playing the fool.
Can't destroy by battle.
I have a set and a pass.
Okay. I can finally draw that card again. Illegally this time. I will set a card. I will normal summon Garroth, Lightsworn Warrior.
All right.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go to my battle phase.
Sure.
I'm going to attempt to swing in for 350.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. In phase 2.
Yep.
I've got Light Spiral.
Okay.
Proceed to end phase. And then negate all light monster effects activated on the field or in the graveyard. Oh.
I don't think so. It's not happening today.
Well, okay then.
I will draw. Virus.
You can't help yourself, can you?
Nope. I would like to use the effect.
Did you use the same deck as last time, just put new cards in it?
I would like to use the effect and declare a warrior. Discard. Battle phase. 16. Pass the turn.
Fuck, I misplayed. It's fine, whatever. Stand by to main.
Yep.
I've got a set. I'll proceed to the end phase, where I will activate Tour of Doom.
Okay. Wow,
Okay.
you're really risking it to the biscuit here, man.
Yeah, that's where I said I misplayed, because I should have just used it during your standby phase last time, but I forgot to do it.
I mean, if you missed it, then you wouldn't have been able to set your card, right? Or you can't normal summon or flip.
But you might not have been able to get Tribe Infecting on the field either.
That's true.
There we go. Okay, end phase finally worked.
Standby.
Okay, toss a coin. Let's see it. Fails.
You cannot normal or flip during your next turn.
All right, that's fine by me. I have no hand right now anyway.
I'm just gonna go straight to battle.
Well, luckily for me, that's my Raikou. Although
it's negated.
Your trap card is kind of a dick.
I will pass.
Standby to main.
Yep.
End.
Standby.
All right, heads.
All right. Battle. Pass.
I've got a set. We're going to normal summon Garroth.
Okay.
We're going to battle. We're going to get that card off the fucking field.
250.
250. The problem is, I know you have a second one in there somewhere. So
maybe.
Don't you maybe me. I know you.
Maybe I sided it out.
Yeah, maybe you sided it in. All right. End turn.
Standby.
Cool.
Main phase.
Yep. Yeah.
Nothing about special summoning. Battle.
So that's 250.
I will pass.
Standby to main. Normal Jane.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
It's negated.
Yeah. Whatever.
All right. Stand by. Oh, you're getting really lucky with these.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to main. Battle. Attack. Main phase 2. Back to you.
Yep.
Yes.
Game 3.
Game 3. It's been a while. It feels like it.
The last game of the GX era.
Finally. This era sucks.
Finally.
Yeah, we got Dark Armed, Judgment Dragon, and Cyber Dragon.
Yep.
Pretty much the most noteworthy.
Yeah. All right. Stand by the main.
That is fine.
I've got a set. Got a normal of a Geralf. I've got Realm of Light. Not Ray of Light, you know.
Yeah.
And then I've got an end phase.
All right, I will draw. Stand by to main. Let's normal Darius.
Horseback.
Okay. I have 1, 2,
I was waiting for a
3.
Cyber Dragon there. Like I have a special summon.
I passed the turn.
All right, spacing your cards out. Stand by to main.
Sure.
Got a set. I've got a set, and I'm gonna go battle phase
Okay.
and attempt to swing for 1850.
I will take it.
Alrighty, and then I will pass turn.
I will draw. Stand by to main. Let's try it again. Darius. Special.
Yep.
I will use the effect.
All right. Yep.
I'll use the effect and I will destroy the field spell.
Okay.
From here, let's just go battle. Let's attack this guy.
Okay.
Damage step.
Yep. What do you got?
Rush.
He has rush.
I have rush. I'm rushing in with my bird. Come on, this is damage step. You don't have anything.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. So plus 700 would be 22. So that I take 350.
I will attempt to leave and activate Bestiary.
That's fine.
And from here, let's just grab ourselves a Hoplimus.
Yep. Okay. That sure is a thing.
And I will just pass the turn.
Am I the main?
Sure.
I'm going to start with Realm of Light, and I'm going to flip YuGiOh. Raigeki Break.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
Raigeki Break hits, then YuGiOh goes Chain Link 1, so that still goes through?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will hit your Hoplimus.
Okay.
And mill 3. 1, 2, 3. You get a counter. There goes my other 2 Raigeki breaks. That's fucking nice.
Yeah.
That's real cute.
This is an attack mode too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just go battle, I suppose, and I'll hit you for 2.
I'll take 200.
Oh wait, no, I hit you for 4 or 3 actually.
Oh,
Hit you
3.
for 3.
My bad.
Yeah, with the counter. That makes a world of difference.
Totally.
All right, end turn.
All right. Stand by to main. So you have. If I kill the YuGiOh, you'll have 4 names, which then makes JD live.
Get out of my graveyard.
I have to, because I have to pay attention to your names.
It's 100% reason.
It is. I mean, JD's a scary card. Once I kill the YuGiOh, it's live.
Yeah.
If you draw it, then, bam.
It's 5% Geralt and 15% Jane. And how do the percentages go? I don't really care for Hollywood Undead. That's not even them. That's not even Hollywood Undead. Who is that?
I don't know. Who is that? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't recall the name.
There's such a one-hit wonder that we remember the song, but not who made it.
Yeah. This will actually keep you off of some stuff. So let's go ahead and Monster Reborn.
Okay.
I will take the Jane.
You son of a bitch.
Yes. I will normal Bestiary.
Okay. We're going full combo here.
I will go battle and I will attack the Jane and gain 300 attack. Also, it's at 19 because of your field spell.
So that's a big hit. So 19, 20, 22. So I take 1900. And I'm about to take 15 more, I'm assuming.
Yep, 15 more. And then I will tag out. We'll grab the Darius and use his effects. We'll bring back the Hoplimus. And I will go to end phase. And I have to send the top 2 cards. 1, 2.
Okay.
I'm so glad that doesn't trigger your field spell.
Yeah, perhaps you were right to think that. Perhaps.
Perhaps. I mean, technically I have the monster too, so like it would still get the buff, but I don't want your stuff to constantly get buffed either.
Well.
Get that crap out of here. Draw. Standby to main. All right, so what's the damage total in here? It's 19 plus 17, so that's 26, 36.
You've got game on the field already.
Okay, then I'll just attack with everything.
Yeah.
Unless I want to flex. I'll do Proving Ground, I'll search.
I already admitted defeat.
That was close. That was good.
That wasn't close.
It was.
That was not close.
We went to game 3.
That doesn't mean it's close. I had a very, very close win in game 1, and then you pretty much slobber knocked me game 2 and 3. Game 3 was more competitive than game 2, but
that's the help with siding though. All right, so tell me about your deck.
Okay. So obviously it's Lightsworns.
Yep.
The only Lightsworn I did not pull at least one copy of is Celestia, the ultra rare.
Oh, okay, sure.
But I figured that was still enough to run the deck because I did pull one Judgment Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, like, Celestia's nice to have. It's nice that it has like fairly decent stats for a single tribute. It's even better in a Lightsworn deck because then you get to pop cards when you tribute summon it.
That pop 2 would be nice.
And then it's also just relevant just because it's another name to have for Judgment.
Yeah, most of this stuff came pretty easily to it. You know, like Realm of Light, the field spell is an obvious play. Vanquishing Light, I didn't think I was going to play it first, but I did anyway.
I pulled this card as well. I don't really think I like it, though.
Yeah, I figured it was just a way to get another name on the graveyard if I didn't have one yet, and I needed one.
Okay.
What else? I have Coffin Cellar. So Coffin Cellar was to be paired up with Light Spiral, ideally, if I could actually use it. That way, every time you would mill a monster, you would take 300 as well.
Like if I was playing Lightsworn?
Well, that, but also if I had Light Spiral in the field, every time I mill, you mill too.
Yeah, but
you mill the top card.
But it's removed from play. It's not sent to the graveyard.
No, each time a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard. Is it removed from play?
Light Spiral?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Never mind that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way. Yeah, if you were playing Lightsworn, it would have worked then, but that was another case then of me not reading properly. But I still could have got use.
Yeah, we all been there.
Yeah, Judgment Dragon, obviously, enemy controller, Glorious Illusion to recycle Lightsworn monsters, and Regaki Bricks. Yeah, nothing too fancy, I don't think.
A tech card for a deck like this would be Monster Reincarnation. It's you discard a card for cost, target a card in monster in your graveyard, add it to hand. So that is a way to insulate yourself if you milled the Judgment Dragon because you still have cards in your deck to fish it back out. A card that I like, and I'm surprised of how little play I do see it in like Edison format, is Glorious Illusion. It's just called the Haunted for Lightsworns, but it also mills for you. Like sometimes this deck can struggle, like if it can't keep, you know, a body on the board to do the end phase effect to mill, like this is just now another card that you could have access to help you with that. I think the only time I see this card getting play in Edison is recently. Some people have been testing like 60 card versions of Lightsworn, but yeah, this is a pretty cool deck. Again, a fan of Lightsworns. I think the deck like covers a lot of bases. I mean, they have like Raikou to pop cards. They have Jane that's just already big, but then gets bigger. Of course, Celestia that pops. Lila destroys spells and traps. They have a good boss monster. They have Lumina for a monster reborn.
Even Graganov came in clutch within game 1.
Yeah, he just gets really big.
Yeah, he was up to 3,700 and he got piercing battle damage on him.
Yeah, and again, just a single tribute.
Your deck, however, is, yeah, it looks like pretty much the same thing as last time, just different cards added in.
Some of these cards are side deck cards. The Fool was
Wave Motion, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Wave Motion was a side deck card. The Fool was a side deck card.
Definitely Light Imprisoning Mirror, unless you just didn't draw into a game one.
So what I actually did was that I main decked Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, thinking that you might end up playing Darks again because it worked for you last time. And I was side decking this just in case if you did decide that the new pack was cool enough and you wanted to give it a try. So because of me wanting to play both of those cards, it made me not want to play any of those attributes, really. And so I decided to play Glad Beast again. There's nothing new in here, really, for like the Glad Beast stuff, except for the Darius and the Proving Ground. I was thinking that side decking, that I can take some of the names out because you don't really want to see them too often. But it's like, if I get a bunch of spells and traps and one of those spells is Proving Ground, well, there you go. There's my one access to a monster. There was the one play that I was thinking for Monster Reborn, that instead of taking the Jane, I could revive the Test Tiger, use its effect again, and get out the Dimakari. So now it can attack twice. And then I think I still had like the other monster on the field as well to go with it. And then I could just tag out into the Hoplimus again or something else. But game one, yeah, the Druid just really came in clutch because it's like, even if I drew Ring, I couldn't do anything about it. I had Compulse, but I couldn't do anything with it. I even had Instant Fusion, and that was a waste too.
I saw that.
Yeah, because I can't even use Thousand Eyes.
Yeah, the whole time I saw you playing Gladiator Beast, I'm like, what the hell is your one? I was like, I remember you saying like you didn't pull Heraclinos, right?
Yeah, well, no, like the Fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Fusion. I just don't have.
Oh yeah, you don't have the thing to summon it with.
Yeah, Laquari.
But I know you had Bestiari. It's like, did you pull the new Fusion? Is that what that is? Completely forgot about Instant Fusion, apparently.
Yeah. All right, here we are again at the loser's wheel. Cody, I'm gonna go ahead and spin for you. It's 3 of the previous packs.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get to open 3 more of Light of Destruction.
Oh, beans, dude.
I swear, you get like your second Judgment Dragon because of this. I'm gonna be pissed.
Wait, what? We can do it live right now if you want.
Oh my god.
Okay, opening 3 packs. Bunch of shit. Didn't get any supers, ultras, or secrets.
Feels so much better.
Yeah, I auto-opened all 3.
Well, I mean, maybe you got some additional names or something.
Well, okay, that shit to bed, so on to you, bud.
All right, here we are, the winner's wheel. Take a nice spin here.
The winner's wheel. You got that swagger back.
Round of applause. Oh my god.
The craft secret.
Yes.
Judgment Dragon's coming.
JD, let's go. I've tried looking for that card, JD, like the original. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
Getting it in near mint. But I think that'd be a really cool card to have. Plus, I'm not even sure if I even want to order it through like TCG Player, just because there's like sometimes where I order a card and it says that it's near mint and it's not, but it's not like the biggest deal for me because I just plan on playing it anyways. But then there's like sometimes where I want to get a card because I just want to keep it and I want to keep it nice and clean and I just don't trust it. Well, that's going to bring it into this episode. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, like, comment down below. We want to see your feedback. Also, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date for more content just like this. Cody, closing thoughts?
When the light is too bright, it's best to look away.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I have to poop. You can make that the credit stinger. Oh, baby, gotta poop.